And the Supreme Court out with another decision, this time regarding the fate of certain migrants living with temporary protected status. There are a bunch of them.
It is not only cruel, it's something that we will not ever accept. And so we stand here as New Yorkers, proud of standing in solidarity and proud to do everything that we can to keep people in their homes and to keep people together.
You're not trying to be inclusive and represent everybody. What you're doing is you're virtue signaling, and it's annoying as F to me. But listen to what Mamdani has to say. Before we get back to the show, I want to tell you guys about Shinergy. If you're tired of energy drinks that spike you up, make you jittery, and then crash you later, Shinergy is built differently. Shinergy Day gives you clean, steady energy and focus with natural caffeine from green tea. Shinergy Night helps you wind down so that you can rest, you can wake up clean, not groggy. It's a simple day and night system made with natural ingredients, no sugar spikes, and no synthetic stimulant overload. Go to ShinergyLife.com and try it for yourself. Better energy, better rest, better rhythm. This is the Supreme Court judgment that I think rolled out in Donald Trump's favor in part is because I don't understand why this is even an issue in our country. Things are very simple. I think of things in a very simplistic way. You come to America through the port of entry. You seek asylum. You come here and do what you're supposed to do with your paperwork, like all these other people have done. And then you know what? You may have an opportunity to stay here and build wealth and build success in this country. You bring your nasty behind over here up under a fence, or you bring your butt over here and you don't take care of your paperwork and you somehow gonna skip on a court hearing, you might get out, you might be asked to leave this country. How are you shocked by that? Now I'll say, if you have a problem with it, go to Mexico and see if they give you citizenship and let you lay over there. Go to any country in the world that's civilized and see if they let you stay in their country without any paperwork. You're just gonna come there and use their resources and do whatever you want to do and go to jail and do all this stuff, and they're gonna just let you do it. You can't find a country. So I don't know why they think that's appropriate here in the United States of America. Come here the right way like all these other people did. All right, Supreme Court made a ruling, roll it.
Living with temporary protected status. There are a bunch of them. And Shannon Bream joins us again with more. Shannon, how do we read this one?
Okay, so Dana, we read it as a win for the Trump administration, which has wanted to wipe out temporary protected status for more than 1 million people who are living here in this country. These cases centered on a number of Haitian and Syrian refugees who were here in the country. And basically what the court has said is that they can't challenge this decision by the Department of Homeland Security, by the administration, that they're the ones who get to make the assessment about whether they leave or not. I haven't read the whole thing, but they do get into some of the claims that by some of those who are advocating for the Haitian refugees, that there was some kind of racial animus. The court says they don't see evidence of that. So I'll keep reading, but it's another very fractured decision that seems to be a win for the Trump administration, which would be the second win for them on immigration. That earlier decision that we talked about that came out just a few minutes ago saying that if you get to the Mexico border, but you don't make it onto U.S. soil, you can't file an asylum claim. So the Trump administration has to be happy about what they've gotten today. We've still got 8 opinions left, and it looks like Monday will be our next opinion day.
All right, now look at Mamdani and see what he had to say. You know, why the man got to have a pride flag or a little trans flag behind him? Why does he need to do that? Why can't he just have his desk and set up like he's supposed? Why he got a virtue signal? And that's one thing that I just do not understand, because if you're going to have a pride flag, you need to have a cross back there too. And you need to have a Star of David and all kind of stuff. You're not trying to be inclusive and represent everybody. What you're doing is you're virtue signaling, and it's annoying as F to me. But listen to what Mamdani has to say. And then after we talk about this, we're going to talk about the rent freezing thing that he did, which is asinine. Dude, I do not have an economics degree, and common sense 2 + 2 is 4. It tells you that this is a disaster. Roll the clip.
We saw today the Supreme Court make a decision that is putting so many people's lives in jeopardy. And I just came back from a rally with 1199 as I stood alongside a number of Haitian New Yorkers who are concerned about what this means for their status in our city. And frankly, this city, the one that we love, is one that has been built by so many from so many different parts of the world. And that includes our Haitian brothers and sisters, our Syrian brothers and sisters. And we stand here ready to be in solidarity with all of those who are concerned by today's decision. And beyond just language of solidarity, actions of solidarity. Now, what that means when it comes to our city is if you are worried about what this means for your status.
Time out real quick. That's why these people are going to burn in hell one day. We're not talking about people who came here legally and are the citizens who are Haitian. You're talking about people with a temporary order. That means that you had temporary, it was never permanent. Nobody promised you it was permanent. Nobody told you it was permanent. You don't have a permanent status at all. You have temporary status. So if the government is doing what they said and you agreed to do, how is that a problem? You're not, if you don't have permanent citizenship or what they call permanent residency, you don't have none of that stuff. That's not what you applied for. That's not what was promised to you. Then you should not get it. What are we talking about here? They think you're supposed to be able to come over here on some temporary status. And all of a sudden, you just get, amnesty. You lied to the government, or you tricked the government into saying, I only want to be in the United States of America for a temporary reason. And then now you go, got you. I'm over here. I stay forever. That don't make sense. Let him finish.
If you're worried about what this means for your family, I would encourage you to call our Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs hotline, and you can do so at 1-800-354-0365. Again, that's 1-800-354-0365. Now, many of you know this is a city of 8.5 million people. More than 3 million of us were born elsewhere. I'm one of them. We're a city that's proud of our immigrant heritage. And when we think about, especially what Haitian New Yorkers have had to deal with, not just for weeks or months or years, but frankly.
Hold on a second. This is Exhibit B of why these people are going to go to hell. Why are you conflating immigrants who came over here the right way with immigrants who illegally came to this country or have temporary status or have violated their status? He said there's 3 million of us that were born in another country. What does that have to do with somebody who have temporary status and their status has expired? What is that? They lying to you. They want to trick you. He's not speaking of himself and those people the same way. He came over here the right way. His family got real status. They paid all that money to do it. And now he's want to lump y'all in to virtue signal. It is insane to me. I can't stand these people. Let him finish real quick, and then we're going to get to the next topic.
For decades, we have seen a cruelty that has become normalized. And to have people who frankly taught the world about freedom have their own freedom be put in jeopardy by the actions of a Supreme Court and a federal administration, it is not only cruel.
Hold on. Who taught the world about freedom? Haitians? Are you they taught people the world about freedom in Haiti? Okay, finish it.
It's something that we will not ever accept. And so we stand here as New Yorkers proud of standing in solidarity and proud to do everything that we can to keep people in their homes and to keep people together.
Oh my God, I can't stand this guy.